Can you drive? No. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Maddie. Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A because I feel like people don't really know that much about me. I haven't done a Q&A or anything on my channel yet. And I'm also going to do a bit of crochet while I do it. I asked these questions on my Instagram stories, so thank you so much if you replied to those. I did get a lot of answers, so I don't know if I'm going to get through them all. I thought I'd do this like end of the year, kind of like as a wrap up kind of thing. Okay, so for this pattern you're going to need 2 colours of wool. Today I'm using a 6mm hook just because this yarn that I have, that's the recommended hook size. Can't remember what the brand is called for this. I got it off Lovecrafts and I really like it. I think it's 100% acrylic, which I kind of went off for a while, but this is quite a nice acrylic. It's not too like fuzzy. And I'm going to start with a slip knot. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I'm trying to answer questions as well. So this is probably a good tutorial if you already know how to crochet. Anyway, slip knot, and then I'm going to chain 45. So I'm going to do that and I'll be back in a second. Once I've chained 45, I'm going to do another 2 chains. And then in the 3rd chain from the hook, I'm going to start a row of half double crochets. I can't remember if that's the UK or the American terminology. Basically, it's where you loop over once, go through the hole, pull through, and then pull through all 3. Someone has asked, what is something you've learned about yourself at uni? I think probably that I'm not as organised as I thought I was. I think when you're in high school, it's way more easy to be organised. Like, they give you a planner, you have like set timetable. I'm not as organised as I thought I was. I always used to think I was so organised, but life's a bit chaotic at uni, not gonna lie. What's the best holiday you've ever been on? I don't really know. I've been on a lot of like really nice holidays and I wouldn't want to like play any of them down by saying which one was the best. I went skiing when I was younger, probably like 10 years ago now, and I really liked that. I wish I could go again. Like, I really wanted to go this year, but because of COVID, like the prices have gone up so much. I also had a really nice holiday this summer. I went to Athens and to Zante, and then also did like a little Scotland road trip, and I really enjoyed that. Like, Greece was nice for relaxing and like getting a tan and just kind of unwinding, but then in Scotland, like, it was really nice to, I don't know, do something a bit different, go on for lots of meals, saw some like landmarks, and got to go wild swimming, which was really cool. And then there's this thing called the fairy pools on the Isle of Skye, and it's like little waterfalls and you can swim in them. So we did that and that was really cool. That's like a unique experience, I guess. You don't get that everywhere. So at the end of the row, I'm gonna chain 3, and then not in the first crochet from the end, but in the second one, you're gonna do half double crochet again and then do 3 more of those. Okay, on the 3rd one, don't pull through all the way once you've got the 3 loops in your hook. You want to get the second colour. This orange is such a nice colour. It's so bright. Loop that around your hook and pull that through instead. And then I like to just tie together the little bit of the orange end with like the white that I was using before. Just like this. So secure. And then with the white like tucked underneath, you're going to do 5 orange half double crochets. So like the white string is in the middle of my crochets, so it's hidden. Sorry, I feel like I'm so bad at explaining this. So again, on the 5th half double crochet, pull through until you have 3 loops on your hook, and then swap the orange for the white and pull the white through instead. And then again, 5 half double crochets with the orange tucked under, and you're just going to repeat that process all the way to the end. When you get to the end of the row, make sure that you do crochet into the last stitch. It'll probably be like a bit tucked down the side, but if you forget to do this, your crochet is just going to slowly reduce and reduce and reduce, and it'll be like on a slant. So this is what it should look like now. Maybe this person's a Blackpool supporter, Tangerine Army. So once you get to the end, chain 1, 2, 3 and turn it clockwise, which I think is towards me. So always turn it towards yourself. So on this row it's a little bit different. Going into the second stitch again, because this chain of 3 counts as our first stitch, but you're going to only go into the back loop. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see, I don't know if it'll focus, there are 2 loops, and you've got the one closest to you on the top and the one furthest away. So you're going to want to go into the one furthest away. So you're half double crocheting again, just up to where the white ends and the orange start. And then once you get to the orange, make sure you swap over. So that should be on your 5th white half double crochet. You're swapping over to the orange. Again, remember to go into the back loop only with your orange stitches. And this is like what makes your hat ribbed, just makes it look more like a hat. Next question, if you didn't go to Bristol Uni, which uni would you go to? I chose Bristol because it had the best course for languages. Edinburgh Uni was one of my favourites for like the city and just like the uni itself. I really liked their course, just like wasn't right for me, so I didn't go in the end, but I really like it there. What is your favourite social media app? I feel like I spend a lot of time on TikTok. That's because I get bored and I will like bash out like 10 at once. Like if you follow me on TikTok, I'm sorry. Again, when you reach the end, oh, I'm so tangled right now. Make sure you're not missing out the last stitch. There should always be 5 stitches of each colour. Do your 3 chains. When you turn over this time, you want to make sure the other colour, in this case orange, is tucked behind, but on the same side that you've always tucked that colour behind, so that you kind of have a messy side and a neat side. So as you can tell, this is the neat side, apart from that, but I'll tuck that in later. So in this case, I'm tucking it on the side facing me because that's the way that the orange went before. I don't know if that makes sense. So you're just gonna carry on as you did on the last row into the back loop, just the same colour pattern. So 5 stitches each, swapping over on the 5th stitch. And you're gonna want to do that until each coloured square is 4 rows tall. So I'm on my 3rd row now, so I've just got this one to do and then another one. If the lighting starts to change now, it's because it's 10 to 3 when my home is. It goes dark at like 3:30, so it's going to start getting dark from now. It is already a little bit dim outside. We've got our little squares. Now's the fun part. So once you reach the end of the row, instead of chaining 3 with the white, you're gonna swap straight over to the orange and chain 3, and then pull the white tight, which is not loose, and turn it over, making sure the white is crossing over on the messy side. Just gonna repeat that whole process, but the colours are now in a different order. So half double crochet into the 2nd stitch from the chain. As I said earlier, our chain counts as the 1st stitch. So as you can see, we're starting to get an alternating pattern. Remember, still going into the back loop. Next question is a bit weighted. Someone has asked, are you happy? I would say I am generally. I mean, obviously, do struggle with my mental health some days, but it's getting a lot better. I'm quite stressed a lot of the time. Some days I don't feel happy, but I think generally I'm getting to feel happier. I'm like starting to feel more like myself again at the moment, which is really nice. What is one thing you think people find annoying about you? Oh, the list could go on, honestly. Not sure. I'm trying to think of like a specific one rather than just being quite an annoying person in general. Loud and chatty. If you didn't live in the UK, where would you live? I can't really think of one specific place. I think I'd like to travel around quite a lot after uni. I do obviously speak Spanish though, I study Spanish, so I could probably see myself living in Spain for a bit, or Latin America, but probably Spain. I'm open to anything. Political questions now. Do you like Boris? And do you think we should have left the EU? No, I don't particularly like Boris Johnson. Does anyone like him at the moment? No, I don't think I've ever liked him. No, I haven't. I have never liked him. He just doesn't, you know, he's just not a nice person. And no, I absolutely don't think we should have left the EU. If I could have voted at the time, I would have voted to remain, but I think the referendum was while I was doing my GCSEs, so I would have been 17, so I just missed out on it. Are you religious? No, I'm not. What would be your last meal on death row? This person specified that I need to say 3 courses. I think definitely if I was on death row, I would have like food with gluten in it. Like I'm gonna die anyway, so it doesn't really matter if I'm really, really ill. Starter, cheesy garlic bread. Main, cheeseburger and chips. And then dessert, vanilla cheesecake. There's a lot of cheese. I do like cheese, to be honest, so I'm not surprised. So when you have 4 rows of that colour, you're going to swap colour again. So instead of chaining the orange, you're going to chain 3 in the white and then pull the orange really tight. And then you're just going to keep repeating that same process until you have 10 rows of these squares. So I have 8 more to do. It does take a while, so I will answer questions along the way. Hopefully I finish it tonight. I might have to like record a little bit later though, because I would say on average a hat would take me 4 to 5 hours to make. What's your most controversial opinion? Basic controversial opinion would be that I really like ham and pineapple pizza. I think the pineapple balances out like the saltiness of the ham really well. It's like having sweet and sour pork, like same thing. My like more weighty controversial opinion would be I don't think cosmetic surgery should exist. I just don't think it's like good for people mentally to be either changing themselves to try and, you know, fit a beauty standard, or to see everyone else around them changing themselves to fit a beauty standard that maybe isn't attainable, you know, if you can't afford it or you don't want it. I don't know, I just think it's really damaging. Favourite alcoholic drink? I like wine, I like rosé. What makes you most happy in life? Another deep question. I think probably dancing. I think I probably feel the best when I'm, you know, in a really fun dance class, just kind of not thinking about anything else, like letting off some endorphins, letting off some steam. I think it's like a really positive form of exercise. Makes me feel really good, and it's so nice to like do a class with your friends and have a laugh and yeah, just have fun. What are your plans for New Year's Eve? Tricky one to answer at the moment. I am recording this video on the 22nd of December. As of yet, there's been no announcements about potential restrictions. However, by the time I post this video, there might be. Hopefully see my friends from home, maybe go out into the town where I live, some drinks. I don't know if we'll end up going clubbing or not. If you won the lottery, what would you do with the money? I think I'd save most of it. I'd probably pay off my uni fees. Probably get someone to teach me how to do stocks and like buy some stocks, but I don't know how to do that. So that's a problem for future Maddie who wins the lottery. What's your most embarrassing story? Honestly, I don't know, because I've done a lot of embarrassing things in my life. I honestly probably couldn't pick one. I'm sure my friends could say one for me. I feel like I block them out of my mind so that I don't have to think about them again. So currently, literally can't remember anything I've done that's embarrassing. I also, the kind of person who'll just laugh it off. Like, I don't really let it embarrass me. Like, I'll make it into a funny moment rather than an embarrassing moment. Favourite colour is pink. Biggest turn off in a guy? Probably if he just has no personality. I just can't talk to someone if they're not interesting. You gotta have something about you, otherwise it's not gonna work out. Biggest regret in life? Bit deep. I don't really have any regrets. Like, it is what it is. Best and worst things about uni so far. So I'll do worst first, so then we end on a good note. I think the worst part of uni so far was my first year, because I probably spent in total about 20 weeks actually at uni, and probably half of those I actually had in-person teaching, maybe not even half. So the best thing for me at the moment is the societies I'm in at uni. So predominantly dance, and I'm on the committee for Spanish Society, so I'm very involved in that. I have loads of friends through both of them, and you know, dance is a big part of my life. I'm doing that 3 to 4 times a week. Favourite breed of dog? I'm gonna have to say either Huskies or German Shepherds. Yorkshire puddings at Christmas dinner, yes or no? I say yes. However, my mum is very against it, so whether we'll get them this year or not, I don't know. How do you find the motivation to do all the stuff that you do? I honestly don't know. I think for the past few months I've just been keeping myself as busy as possible. There's been a few things I want to distract myself from, so I've just been go for, you know, since probably mid-October, but I can't keep up, so I'm gonna have to stop doing as much soon. Can you drive? No.
6 hours later.
Okay, so after many hours, I've finished the main body of the hat should look like this. This is like for an average size head. So if you have a bigger head, I would recommend making it a little bit bigger. With my white, because I started here with white, chain 3 from the end of the row. 1, 2, 3. Make sure I pull the orange tight and turn it over. And then I'm just gonna do a row of half double crochets. Just do the whole row like that with white, just the same. So once we reach the end of this row, we should have a nice row of white. You're gonna want to chain 1. I'm going to chain 1 actually with orange, because what we're going to do is neaten up this edge. So obviously I'm starting with orange here. And then I'm just going to go down the edge and put a half double crochet in like any of the holes that are down the edge. Honestly, I don't really have a proper technique for this. I just try and cover up where the stitches cross over. You know, I said this is the messy side, so I'm just trying to cover these up a little bit. So once you reach the end, you're going to want to fold your hat together. I'm also going to keep the orange tucked under for the time being. And this is going to be hard for me to show on camera. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hook through the loop, and then through the loop on the other side, like this, through both of them in line with each other. Yarn over and pull that through, and then do a single crochet, and that's going to attach these together in a sort of seam. So then you're going to want to do that in every crochet. My hook is squeaking all the way along, making sure that your squares line up. We're just going to do this for 10 stitches, so until we've seamed together the first 2 squares. So once you've crocheted these first 2 squares together, I'm going to cut the orange string, so the one that I'm not making the seam with, tie that in a knot around the white yarn, and then what I'm going to do is turn this inside out, keeping your hook on top. I'm going to just start doing the exact same thing we did before. I'm going to do that all the way along until the whole of this rectangle is stitched together. So once you've crocheted the whole thing together, you're going to want to chain 1 and then cut your string and just tie it off. Then we have a little snood. So you're going to want to cut off like that much yarn, not too much, and grab a crochet needle. So basically what you're going to do along the top, you see like these gaps here around the top, you're going to thread this thread in and out of these loops. Don't pull it too hard because you don't want it to come undone. So you're just going to do that all the way around, making sure they're as evenly spaced out as possible. If you start to run out of yarn, you can just start to like pull it. So once you reach back to the start, you want to find your 2 ends and pull them really, really tight, like literally as tight as you can. You don't want to have a big hole on top of your hat, and then tie it in a nice tight knot, and your beanie has no hole in the top. So usually what I'll do is I'll find the seam and I'll just lay these other pieces along the seam, and I'll just go over and under the seam just to like tuck them away a little bit, neaten it up, and then cut the end, and voila, you have a lovely hat. I hope this tutorial was helpful. If you would like me to do some more crochet content in the future, or you have any specific crochet content you'd like me to do, you can DM me on Instagram or you can comment it down below. I always check the comments on my videos. If you enjoyed this, please give it a like and maybe subscribe to me. And I will see you next week. Bye.